We're back with the next two books here in the Circle of Three series, books 7 and 8. Very much, I think, very contrasted with each other for a few different reasons. So let's look at these two books. Book 7 here, Blue Moon, is probably my least favorite Circle of Three book so far. We have a situation that's kind of strange. So the thread's going through this. All three girls have something, but the main focus is on Annie. Annie, at the start of this, is having thoughts about how she doesn't like what she's like. She's very introverted, very nerdy, very not popular. And that's something that's starting to kind of grate on her personality. So she wants more of the popular connection that Kate has, and she wants more of the aggressive, not caring what other people think, out there-ness that Cooper has. So Annie reads about this ritual in which people summon aspects of gods and goddesses into themselves to kind of try and take on aspects of those gods and goddesses. So she does a ritual and calls down Freya, Norse goddess of love, beauty, and I guess confidence or something like that, and asks Freya to help her be more confident in herself and to get some aspect of her beauty. So she does this, and throughout the book, Cooper does act much more confident and apparently looks better. But the way this is implemented is kind of strange because she acts almost, I want to say, too confident. In the sense that she's kind of mean to basically everyone, which I don't really expect from what she's doing. It seemed kind of bizarre. It was almost like the author wanted to portray this as a bad thing, but the way it's portrayed isn't at all like how I would expect from the description. He's just being an all-around jerk to people. So I didn't really get into that whole storyline. I wasn't really engaged in the whole thing. Unfortunately, it was the main thread of the book, so the book that really tore down the book for me. I was much more interested in what was happening with Cooper and with Kate in this book. So both Cooper and Kate are having some problems in expressing themselves as witches, or soon to be witches anyway. Cooper is wanting to go to this spoken word performance at which he's intending to speak out in some kind of performance in the fashion of some kind of Wicca themes. Her boyfriend TJ, although he's accepting of her from previous books, he's feeling very worried about this because he had a brother who was attacked for being different. And so TJ is very, very on edge. He thinks Cooper really should not be so open about how different she is right away. And this draws a bit of a wedge between them. They don't necessarily break up, but they go on a kind of break where they can't really agree with each other. And that kind of helps to explore what their relationship is like and what kind of person TJ is, kind of fleshes out his character more. At the same time, Kate is having problems because both her friends, Cooper and Kate, and her boyfriend, Tyler, are pressuring her quite a lot to tell her parents she's into Wicca. Kate doesn't want to do this because her parents are fairly not open-minded about that sort of thing. But it means that Annie, Cooper, and Tyler have to really tiptoe around her parents. They have to pretend to be someone they're not. And none of them like that. None of them want to pretend there's some people they're not. And so not only are they pressuring her, but Tyler says he doesn't know if he can be together with Kate if she doesn't tell her parents she's into Wicca. And this really drives a wedge in their relationship. So they kind of go on a break about this. Not much happens besides that. Not much very interesting. I guess it kind of helps connect stuff from the previous books and starts out the concept of the difficulties Kate is having talking about or including Wicca in her personal life. I'm not really sure how we've done better, but I don't know. It felt like it didn't really have a lot of substance in it. Really. Even though the writing was still good, I didn't really get into it. So that's 7. Then there was book 8, which was a big improvement from book 7, I thought. Exploring this whole issue of incorporating Wicca into the personal lives of these characters. And this starts out, Annie was quote unquote fixed from the previous book. They resolved that. But they start out this book. Annie, Cooper, Kate do a ritual in which they kind of charm these objects to bring them good luck in the coming year. Sorry about also my color balance here. For some reason, it's switching between green and not green. Not really sure why. But Annie, Cooper, Kate do that ritual. Cooper on the front cover here does the ritual charming a pentagram or pentacle necklace, and she wears this around school. This causes problems because some students and a teacher complain to the principal that this symbol is a satanic symbol. They feel uncomfortable about it. They feel not comfortable about Cooper wearing it, feel she might be dangerous if she's wearing it. And the principal, a very reasonable person, tries to ask Cooper in the nicest way to not wear it. Cooper is very against this because she feels it's just expressing who she is in a non-violent, not dangerous way. And this comes to a head in which Cooper ends up getting expelled for not taking off the necklace. Again, her principal is really trying to be nice about this, but she has to consider most of the students' feelings of safety against Cooper's personal feelings of expression. So she gets suspended. This leads to Cooper and her dad talking to the school board about this. School board uphold the decision with a couple of people saying that Cooper should be allowed to wear the necklace, but most of them say no. And so Cooper has to get signatures from students to get this position to come out again. And this causes a big thing where Sherry Adams, the former friend of Kate, who was mean, is against this and tries to get a petition against this. And this causes a whole thing in which the school gets riled up, as well as some concerned parents. And Kate finally tells her parents she's into Wicca. Her parents do not take well to this. Kate basically is not allowed to be anywhere but school and home anymore, is not allowed to hang out with Cooper or Annie. And everybody, Tyler and her friends, having seen that this is how things are going, feel very bad for Kate. They feel like they are a little guilty about pushing her to tell her parents. But at the same time, Kate eventually felt that she was not being fair to her friends by making them have to pretend that there's something they're not. So everyone kind of just feels guilty about this, no matter what. Toward the end of this, Cooper gets her signatures to get this heard again. There's a meeting for this, and the result of that is the ending to the book, so I won't really say what the result is, but this ends up resulting somehow. Very much, I like this, certainly much better than the last book, for how it more dynamically tries to portray how Wicca is fitting in with the lives of these girls publicly, how the public might react to it, the kind of social, I don't want to say social commentary necessarily, but the social implications of the primary concept of the book in the larger community around these people, instead of it just being entirely focused within the small contained lives of these people. It's nice to see that it grows beyond them to be something more widespread. So I really like this book. The previous book, number 7, Blue Moon, I could see this as skippable. It almost seems like nothing in this book 7, The Blue Moon, carries over into book 8, really, aside from the portions with Kate. The portions with Kate, I actually like reading about those because of the growing friction between her and everyone else. But I think book 5 really did the commentary on the interaction between the girls, Wicca, and the larger society around them much, much better. Which I think was kind of the point. Maybe Blue Moon was kind of a lead in to the 5 paths, the book 8, 5 paths. Maybe that was the purpose, I'm not sure, but book 8, 5 paths, much, much better than book 7. So now with book 8, we are actually now halfway through of the 15-book saga. We're now halfway through. First half was good. Looking forward to the second half. Well, by the way, this takes roughly 6 months after the girls did their dedication ceremony to study Wicca for a year and a day. So let's see, 5 Paths takes place end of August. And I think it's like the end of August, maybe a little bit to the beginning of October. So looking forward very much to the next books, seeing what they're like. And yeah, it's definitely, they're still recommending these. So until next time,